Hi everyone, welcome back to Not Anime Review. We are reviewing an anime that's in the title description down below. I hope you'll apologize for me butchering the name, but we have ourselves a main character who has long hair, he has glasses, and he's depressed. Everyone thinks that he's a weirdo. Everyone doesn't like to talk to him, and he's a joke. He's our main protagonist. He's all depressed and stuff. So when his life changes after a young boy is injured, takes him home, and when he gets to the house of the young boy, he realizes that he has a sister, an older sister, and the sister goes to his classroom. Is in his own classroom, and they fall in love with each other pretty much. However, she doesn't recognize him because he has a pierced lip and pierced earrings. Plus, he also has tattoos all over his fucking body. How the fuck do you have tattoos when you're like in high school? That's kind of interesting, man. Like that is fucking rebellish and it's fucking nuts. So yeah, they fall in love. Eventually, they are engaged at the end of the first season, and I'll explain that later. Um, as for the other characters, I'm not gonna say that much because there are five couples, five relationships going on at the same time in this anime, and that's my main problem. Like some relationships get shafted here and there. Like there are so many relationships that it baffles the fuck out of me on why the fuck you would have five relationships with every character. Like I think every character goes like the main four date each other, but there's a little bit of drama with the main four, which is the guy with the purple hair, the girl who has her sweatshirt for too long so you can't see her freaking hands. And then you've got the main two characters who fall in love with each other. The guy with the purple hair falls in love with the main girl of the main character, but she rejects him because she likes the other guy, and then he starts dating the girl with this problem with the sweatshirt. At first they faked it because of reasons. But then they started dating at the end of the first season, legitimately. Okay, but there are some points of drama. Like for example, the girl with the sweater, she's not the only one who likes the guy with the purple hair. One of the classroom the class reps, which are there are three. The girl with the purple hair falls in love with him, and she starts crying. And there's always this sad scene where it's in the wrong here. Now then, as for the other characters, I think they all start dating each other. I'm not too sure about the guy with the green hair, but he's more enthusiastic because he's always hyperactive. However, he's different at his house. He treats his sister like he's overly protective of of his younger sister, and I think that's really interesting. Now, when it comes to the bouncing off each other, I think it's really good. All five couples bounce off each other really well, and I think that's a good thing. But there's a problem. It's not per se a problem. It's how they treat the fucking the class president, and he has red hair, and they treat him like a fucking punching bag. And I'm not exaggerating. They really do treat him like a fucking punching bag. Like the main character treats him like a fucking like a like a piece of trash, and it's just fucking hilarious. I'll have to say this. Um, so that's the main cast of characters. There are more characters meets the eye. Like there's a bunch of other relationships, but I'm not gonna get into that. Now then, when it comes to the comedy and romance and drama, there's a little bit of drama sprinkled in the first season. In the second season, there's no drama whatsoever, and I'll explain that later. Um, so there's not that much drama in the second season. There's a lot more drama in this first season. Second season, I feel like there's drama, but it's just miscommunication, and I think that's the problem. So that's the main reason why that's not there. As for the romance, there's a lot of romance going on in this anime, and I think that's a good thing. However, when it comes to animes like Canon and Collad, they balance out the romance with the comedy. This anime, however, does not do that, and that's my main problem with it. Cause from the second season's episode 1 through 5 of the second season, it's just straight up fucking comedy. I was laughing my ass off. I haven't laughed that hard since Wasteful Days of a High School Girl and Love Tyrant, for Pete's sakes. Like, I was laughing the whole entire freaking time until it got serious at the end. And that's my main gripe of it. The other problem is the fact that in the first season, is the fact that the first season, the two main characters are the main focal point. At episode 6 or 7, they give more of a, how do I say it? They give more of an emphasis on the side characters of the other four relationships that are going on in the anime, and I think that's the main problem with that because they break it up into two halves. The second season's a lot more complex because it's mainly focused on comedy and freaking like 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 a little bit of romance and stuff like that. But the two main characters do get married. So I was laughing my ass off. It's a good anime when it comes to the comedy, but I wish that they balanced it out with the romance and drama, because the drama is only in the first season, and the romance is in both seasons. But the problem is though is the fact that there's more comedy in the freaking anime as a whole, and I think that's the main problem with this anime. But however, even though that it doesn't balance the romance and the comedy, I'm still gonna give it a 9 just because I think that the comedy is there. But the other problem with that is that it's too extreme. Um, and that's the main reason why it does not get a higher, a 10 out of 10 for me, is because of the fact that the comedy is so extreme that I can't give it a notch up there because it's supposed to be a romance and drama anime, and there's a little drama in the first season, not in the second season. And in the second season, there is the first 5 episodes are straight freaking comedy. Like, that's the whole problem. Also, just to let you know, when you watch the first and second season, because there are 26 episodes, if you watch the first and second season, they do loop. Because at the end of the first season, they graduate, and then at the end of the second season, they also graduate. So I just want to let you know that both seasons they end on the graduation. So that's the main gist of that. Um, as for the as for the couples themselves, I think it's really unique on every character that's part of the group get together with other characters, except for the green guy with the green hair. I don't know if he dates anyone, but the school president dates the girl with the pink, pink ponytails, and then you got the girl who has the green hair. I think she starts liking the a guy that has contact lenses because of the fact that they both like manga. So I think that's the main gist of it. But that is really late because the guy with the contacts doesn't come in until late in the season of the first season, and he likes the girl with with the sweater thing, and I think that's like confusing. But I'm gonna give this anime a 9 out of 10. I think it's really funny. It's fucking phenomenal. I just wish that they will balance it out with the drama and the romance in it as well, and they don't do that. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this anime? Would you want to watch it? I highly recommend watching it just because it's strictly because of the fucking comedy, because it's very fucking funny. I laughed my ass off the whole entire fucking way. And if you don't want to watch it, that's perfectly fine. And I hope you have a nice positive day. I will get to Marble Boy at some point. You know, I've been trying to hold off on that anime, and I'm gonna continue to do that. Cause fuck Marble Boy, okay? Hope you guys have a nice positive day, and always stay positive.